Let's talk a little more about expressions. Now, in a previous video, we talked about a couple of different expressions and maybe how to show what those expressions are. And we talked about some things about how to show within the cartoon why that expression is happening. The expression on the character changes everything in the dynamics. Now, in my first cartoon, we did a guy and his friend had the cone head. That cartoon could be done a dozen different ways, way more than that, depending on the expression and what the characters are saying. So now let's take a look at this guy here. So we'll have, and I'm focusing mostly on the heads today, and we'll get into talking about drawing more of the body and drawing our characters, but I want to focus on the heads today. And then over here, we've got another kid. So I talked about different word balloons, a couple different types of word balloons, and how to use them. Let's have these guys. These guys are going to interact. Now, okay, so we got this guy here. Let's go with the expressions. We don't have much of an expression going on here, and not much going on here. What is going to happen in this cartoon? Now, I'm doing this really large on here. I haven't left a lot of room for any sort of word balloons or anything like that. We're just going to kind of deal with the expressions. So if he is looking at this guy like this, and I really didn't accentuate the mouth very much. We could have that kind of thing going on if you wanted him to be really, really mad. Watch this. This is cool, and I did this in my last video. If we have this kind of look going on, all of a sudden what happens? He is definitely, something's up. He's up with something. He's going to do something mischievous. But let's just do this kind of thing for now. Okay? This guy, well, what kind of expression would he have on his face? He might have more of this kind of thing going on. He is concerned because he sees the look on this guy's face. So this cartoon, this could be the start of a multi-panel cartoon. Without any words, we've created some issues between the two of them, okay? So what's going to happen next? It creates some anxiety here. He's wondering what's going to go on. He is looking at him with this look. Now, this is the point where you could get into all kinds of different things to have them say or to have them thinking. And let's just do this for example. In his word balloon, and it's a thought bubble, and we talked about this in my other video, we don't have to have pictures in here. We don't have to have words. We could have pictures. He might have question mark. Another kind of symbol that's used frequently in cartoons is this sort of thing. It's like a tornado. We already know he's mad. This is really accentuating it. This means he's super angry. This kid's wondering why. Okay? Now we've created this conflict that's going on between the two of them. That's the word I was searching for before. We have a little conflict going on. And what's going to happen next? We would have to have something else going on here to let us know what the outcome is, because we've created the situation where we need to have an outcome. But we're just talking about the expressions, and we're talking about how they work within the cartoon. So that gives us an idea of that situation. Now, let's take a look at something a little different. We'll draw a little girl here. And she is looking over here. We haven't done much with an expression yet. And, well, let's do something kind of fun here. So we got this guy over here. our little guy with the crazy hair, because I love drawing him. And he's got kind of a wondering look on his face. We haven't done very much with the expressions again, but look at this, watch this. Okay, so we'll just put a little bit of a body on here, a little bit of a neck. Again, we're going to deal with maybe some thought balloons. We're not going to have any words in here at all. But in here, I'm talking about symbols and stuff, typical symbols. Now this, frequently in cartoons, we don't even put them in a word balloon, but I'm going to put them in a thought bubble. So what is she thinking? She's thinking, oh, I'm in love with him. He's so cute. And she's looking like that. Now, he, he's looking at her. I'm not even going to put a word balloon there. We've got some interesting things happening right now. She's kind of, it seems like she really, really likes him a lot. And he is a little skeptical about what is about to happen here. Let's have some fun. We'll put some freckles on these guys, okay? Now, we've got this kind of thing. Here's another thing that's typically done. Again, my cartoons, I'm keeping my characters pretty simple. A lot of times on the girls, they put the little eyelashes on there, kind of spruce them up a little bit. So here's this guy, and he's like, uh-oh. Now, that's probably what I would put in there for words for him. He might say, uh-oh. And he'd be thinking it. Okay, so we have that sort of thing. Uh-oh, she's like that. So there's the expressions. Now, let's just change the expressions up a little bit in what's going on in their word balloons, in their thought bubbles. All we have to do, this is what I love about cartooning, just with a few lines, you can change this up drastically. Watch this. Now, and of course, because I'm using the whiteboard, there's different ways I would do it if I were drawing in pen, and I will do these on paper as well. But for today, we're working with the whiteboard. Now, look at that look on her face. Let's change her mouth too. Let's have her really, she's really mad. What the heck did he do? We don't know. Now, let's change this. He's got a question mark in here. He doesn't know what he did, but he's pretty sure that at least she thinks he did something. So now in here, we're going to give an idea of what it is that she thinks. Why is she mad? You can put some words in here. She's thinking something, or we did the thought balloons. Let's go with some words now. So she's going to say, and I'm going to do the writing first. And she's going to say, why did you do that? Again, we're creating conflict. These would not be single panel cartoons. In other words, we would have to have some more to tell what's going on here. I could put more into the cartoon if I wanted to create it as a single panel cartoon, but we would definitely need more to let us know what's going on. But now she's mad. Why did you do that? We have no idea what he did, if he did anything. We don't even know. And he doesn't even know what he did. He's like, what the heck is she mad at? What's her problem? So we're having fun with the expressions. Got the anger going on. We've got the wondering, and he can have this really worried look on his face because he doesn't know if she's gonna pound him or what's gonna happen in a minute. So she's mad. And then we could go on to tell the story about why this is happening, what exactly is happening. And of course, you could totally control what's going on in your situation, in your cartoon. So that's some fun with expressions and a little bit about word balloons and how we use them. And we'll talk more and more about those as we go along. But for now, I want you to have fun with messing around with the expressions and trying out different cartoons and just kind of applying it to your and using your style as well. That's all for now.